So when you get a bottle of Furmint, like we've had as we travel through Hungary, how do you use it in a restaurant?
Well, actually, when I get a bottle of Furmint, the first thing I do is I drink it.
You drink it.
And then I realize that I need to buy another one for my guest because I think it makes a delicious aperitif as well as something to go with food. So one thing I like to do with it is pair it with crab cakes. I think it's fantastic, or fried calamari. Because I think the crisp, natural, high acidity goes really well with those types of seafoods and such.
Yeah. Well, the acidity works really well on a lot of different things. Because I know one of the things people love is oysters too.
Oh yeah. I mean, fresh oysters, shucked, a little bit of mignonette, and a tokai that's really dry and crisp, and that mandarin kind of ginger is almost like a mignonette in itself. Yeah. So, do you have trouble when people walk into the restaurant? Do they know what Furmint is? Do you have to explain it to them? And after you explain it, do they get excited? Well, actually, what I do is I pour something and say, "Give this a go. Try it. See what you think." Because if you say Furmint right away, there's going to be a lot of questions, perhaps a little hesitation, but when they try it, they say, "Wow, this is a truly terrific wine. What is it?" And then I play into its Furmint. It's from Tokai. It's a very indigenous grape of the region. Right. And then after they've tried it, they go, "Wow, this is pretty good." Now, other people may go right away and say, "Hey, I'll give it a go," but it's just a way of easily introducing it to people. Yeah. You know, when I teach my classes, I always do this. I taste them on a bunch of different wines. This is one of the wines that always gets them excited. You know, they taste this and they hit, Tokai, the wine of kings, the king of wines, that whole story, Marie Antoinette, all of that. Yeah. And then you get to taste something that isn't that expensive that's related to it. They get really excited. But what was funny, I had a story recently. One of my students went down to a very posh, trendy, hot new restaurant down in Berkeley. And you know the type with the sommelier who's got the little, the little soul patch and everything? I'm afraid I do. Yes, you do. A master sommelier, you've taught these kids. Well, this guy had the whole list. He had everything that you didn't expect ever to see on a wine list, and it's all there on the wine list. And so he walks over to my student, and he's feeling like he's going to have to explain everything, and the student goes down the list and finds the dry Furmint and says, "Oh, we will have this bottle of Furmint." And the sommelier just sort of stopped, and he said, "Absolutely." Walked away, and my student said, "The guy treated us with such respect the rest of the evening," because he realized, holy mackerel, one little word like that, and suddenly the sommelier was absolutely in the palm of his hand because he showed off a little bit. Really, really funny story. Fantastic. I think everyone should order Furmint when they go out to a restaurant from the sommelier that believes perhaps they know a little bit too much. A little too much. Yeah, that's right. It was a pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. Let's go drink some Let's go drink some Furmint. Yeah.